6, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, rock. 9, 10, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, rock, we're going to rock. 11 o'clock, midnight, policeman, lights up.
So that's 1955. In other displays in here we have the
There was no volume on it, no?
No volume control. There's a speed control, but no volume control.
Ah, I see.
You can make it run very fast.
It's very tinny sound, though.
Yeah, very tinny sound.
But it was good.
Compared,
It's good.
for its time,
Yeah.
it was very good.
And what about the bottles?
The bottles, they're old ink
Ink
bottles. The type of things you'd probably have in schools, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Ink and whatever. Child's sewing machine, ornaments. There's an old suitcase here,
Yeah, I see that.
and obviously it's well travelled. It's got Cape Town on it. It was owned by somebody at one time who did a bit of travelling. Here we have a ship,
Yeah.
which
What is
was
the
a
ship?
model of a ship called the Cirrus.
The Cirrus.
And the only thing we know about this, looking it up on the internet for the Cirrus, it was a ship, it was sunk during the Second World War by the Germans, and it was run by the Free Norwegian Army at the time, and the Germans, when they invaded Norway, they bombed the ship. But who made it, the model, I've no idea.
It's well made, though.
It's well made, very, very
it's a
well
lovely
made. Very
model.
well made. Here is a very, very old advertising. You might have seen, I don't know, in a tourist shop at one time. It's highlighting the two great ships of the Cunard line, the Lusitania and the Mauretania. Lusitania was sunk by Germans, torpedoed off the coast of Cork, with a great loss of life. And these were the type of ships that went across the Atlantic 50 or 100 years ago.
That's right, yeah. And Liverpool to New York
To Boston, exactly. Yeah.
via Queenstown. That's
Yeah.
That's Cork, isn't
That's Cork at the Cove today. The other bits and pieces we have here were donated by various people, and would have been the type of kitchen implements you might have had in every house, cottage in Ireland. Here you have your old pots, skillets, bread stands, with filthy breads, and old tongs for the fire.
it? Yeah.
These were used for hanging the pots, over the old fireplace. There, you'd have your kettle, your old iron kettle. Weighs a ton.
And there's no water in it either.
The women in those days, they must have had great muscles.
And what's that?
That's an old primer stove, filled up with spirit oil, and scouts use them for camping these days. I suppose in the old days every house would have had one. You have your old
turf on the fire.
and the old loy there for cutting the turf. You've got your old griddle pan here, would have hung over the fire as well. Early frying pan.
That's right, yeah.
You could fry your bacon on there, couldn't you? And here you have the old irons, the old smoothing irons. Again, very heavy.
You can't plug that in there.
No. These you would have left them on the fire to heat. This is a good one with a stone inside, and with the stone, if you can take it out, you put the stone in the fire, put it in the embers of the fire there, and it will get red hot. And you get a stick in there, and you put it back into the, and then it heats up, and then you'll be able to iron your clothes. And all the delf. An old hunting horn here, the old huntsman would have
And you collect all this. And you collected all this. You collected all this.
Well, these were donated by various people. I don't even know who owns the stuff.
Yeah, I know.
I own bits and pieces. She owns bits and pieces. He owns bits and pieces. And lots of people have come together. We're Killeshandra Heritage Group,
Yeah.
and this is what we do.
Are you on the internet? Or
We're not on the internet, no. We meet up in Focus, up at Focus Centre there, like once a month.
Right.
And we plan various events. This is a big event really for the June weekend because it's the festival weekend here in Killeshandra.
The Festival of the Lake. Is
Festival of the Lakes, yeah. And we're planning other things. Yeah, we're obviously collecting items and memorabilia to do with Killeshandra.
Was that a
That's
train
the
station?
The old railway station, yeah. That was the railway station. The railway ran here from about 1880 to about 1950 something or other, the station is still here in the town, but Lakeland Dairy is now in the building.
And is that?
Yeah, that's an old shop there. That was Fair's Pub. That was down the road.
Yeah.
Down the road. And this now Hastings. That's now Woods Hardware. This was 1947. The Great Snows in 1947.
Oh, that's when. Yeah.
A bit before my time, but it was a bit more. This is an old singer-sewing machine.
Yeah.
This is owned by one of the lads, and I'm not sure how it works. The pedals, you need strength to pedal that. I don't know how to pedal it anyway.
I know, yeah.
But it's an old treadle mill. There you go. Old treadle mill. So they'll be making up the curtains and the dresses and everything else, like that. This is an old searchlight. Apparently that's filled with paraffin, and this used to light up the runways, like during the Second World War. Apparently, somebody said. An old doll's pram.
She's very quiet in the pram.
Yeah, she's asleep at the moment.
Yeah.
Wake her up. And all the books and pictures we have of Killeshandra, old clothes and stuff like that. Next door we have a spinner.
Yeah, we didn't need the spinner. Katrina.
One of the things we want to do next year, what we're looking at for 2018, is we want to do a commemoration of the Killeshandra man who died during the First World War. We're going to commemorate the end of the First World War.
Right.
There were 44 men from Killeshandra who actually died. It's never been commemorated here.
Oh.
So we're trying to get some funds together. We're trying to get a grant to do a memorial in the old Rath Church, Rath Church down the road. And we're also trying to get some conservation work done on the Rath Church. It's a different groups, not just our group.
I know.
There are other groups in the town, working towards conservation and history. There's great pride, really, in Killeshandra in the old town. It's sad to see a lot of places closed, but if we can, of course, this weekend with the reunion of the school, there's a lot of visitors in the town.
Yeah.
So that
well,
means
it's 100 years, isn't it? The school, is it?
The school. No, the St. Bridget's is 50 years.
Oh, is it 50 years?
50 years.
Oh.
And a lot of
I'm
people.
only trying to pretend that I know.
Yeah, I
everything.
know. Well, doesn't matter. But it's good to see all the visitors coming back into Killeshandra. We're trying to play our part by having a heritage display and help people to revive their memories, as it were.
And where are you from yourself?
Well, originally I'm from Kent in England.
Right.
And I've lived in Cavan since 1974, so I'm here more Cavan than I've lived in Killeshandra since 2009. Before that I lived in Virginia for 30 years. And
Right.
before that, when I first came to Ireland, I lived in Baileyborough. So, I'm retired now.
You're kind of Irish now.
I imagine I am.
Yeah,
I
you
think
are.
they adopted me at this stage.
I think they
let
have,
me
yeah.
stay. So anyway,
You're very interesting anyway. I'd say you're great in the pub.
would I?
Yeah, you know.
Expect so.
No, but I mean, you know what I mean.
Oh, the gift of the gab.
Yeah.
This is an interesting item over here. It's the bell. Now, years ago there was a convent here in Killeshandra.
Oh yes.
And the convent's gone now, and all that's left is the bell.
Oh,
and that's the old Holy
Holy
Rosary
Rosary.
Convent bell. And people would say you could hear the ringing across the lake if you're across the lake, because the convent was up on the opposite hill there. You can see it in the distance.
yeah.
And they say that you would have heard the bell
Coming
from the
across the-
town. Yeah. And I know because, well, not this bell, but certainly when they ring the church bell here in Killeshandra, and I live at Snackhill, which is 2 kilometres away,
Snackhill.
and across the lakes, and I can hear the bell, the church bell, every day. But this would have been part of the history of Killeshandra too, like, you know, this bell.
Well, thank you very much. And
You're very welcome.
it was nice talking to you.
Well, that was a guy called Chris Kirk. So I was in Killeshandra, and being in Killeshandra, I was told that Kelly's Bar had the finest pint of Guinness. So what can you do? Only go and try it for yourself. So Twisted Ninja was playing, which was a plus. And I went in, and this is what I recorded.